Where to live as a digital nomad. Ooh, this looks fancy. I want to go there. Let's see how much that costs. Did you know that there is a lot of places in the world where you can enjoy a luxurious life for only $1,000 a month? Let me show you. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Laura. I'm a finance coach and entrepreneur based in Bali, and on this channel we explore the tools and strategies that help us to live happier and richer lives. In today's video, we will talk about places where you can live as a digital nomad, spending only around $1,000 per month. But before we get started, please don't forget to hit the like button if you like these types of videos, so I know you actually enjoy them and I can make more of them. If you've been here for a while, you probably know that I've been living the last 1.5 years in Bali as a digital nomad. We moved here from Germany in the peak of the pandemic, and I really have to admit, we've been having the time of our lives here in Bali. It was calm, it was quiet, it was cheap, it was literally perfect. Living here in Bali has given us the opportunity to work and really much enjoy our lives at the same time. And one of the main reasons for that is that Bali is so affordable. And this gives us more opportunities to allocate our money where we enjoy it the most. I've been truly enjoying this life a lot. So in this video, I will give you 5 places where you can have a very amazing life for a lot less money than it might be in your home country. And Bali is one of them. Of course, how much you will actually spend in these countries is highly dependent on your personal living standard and your lifestyle. But I have to say, in all these 5 places, you will be able to live a pretty decent life for about $1,000 per month. Let's start with where I am living currently, Bali. If you watched my What I Spend in a Week in Bali video, you probably already know that I spend around $1,200 to $1,300 per month. And I would like to emphasize that I am living a very luxurious life here. I am probably living like a millionaire in the US or in Europe. We've been living in a beautiful ocean view apartment. I eat out almost every day. I enjoy the spa. I go to the gym. I have massages every week. Basically everything I could ever dream of. That means if your lifestyle is different, you would be able to live here in Bali for a lot less than I am currently living on. Let's go over some categories. Accommodation. It's very easy to find accommodation here for under $500. It has been getting a bit harder since tourists are back and we are no longer in a pandemic, but still before that, Bali was the hotspot for digital nomads as well, and it is quite reasonable to find something for around $500 or less. If you're traveling alone and are willing to stay in a guest house, you will probably be able to find a place for around $200 to $300. Food here in Bali is very affordable. You can enjoy local meals for under $3, and most cafes offer meals in the range from $3 to $7. It really depends. We have the most fancy cafes, the most Instagrammable cafes, so it really depends what you will be eating, but it is really affordable and also very convenient. We have apps like Gojek where you can order everything from every cafe to your villa or to your guest house, and you don't even have to go out to have nice food. You can probably say that eating out here is about 1/3 of the costs than it would be in Western countries. Random other things. Transportation. If you want to get around here in Bali, the easiest way is to rent a scooter. Renting a scooter is very affordable. I would say it's about $40 to $70 or maybe a little bit more now that tourists are back. but it's still quite affordable. You just pay that monthly, and gas is also very inexpensive. We usually only have to pay around $7 for the whole month for gas. Maybe a bit more when we drive around a lot, but if we're here in Canggu, we don't really spend a lot on that. It's a lot easier to get around with a scooter than with a car because streets here are very narrow and not the best ones, and traffic can go a bit wild, and with a scooter you can just get around a lot easier. If you're uncomfortable driving yourself, there's an app called Gojek. You can call Go Rides that will pick you up with the scooter, or Go Cars that will pick you up with a car, and it's also very affordable. One scooter ride might cost only $1. Why should you stay here? The top reason, of course, is the low cost of living. You can live like a very rich person even though you're not considered rich in your home country. You can also enjoy the beaches, the tropical weather, the rice fields, the jungle, and amazing people to network with here in Bali. Also, the locals are very warm and the culture is very, very interesting. Let's sum up the costs. So based on the estimates, here in Bali you will need at least $300 for accommodation, around $300 for meals and groceries, and around $200 for other random things. That sums up to $800. With $800 you'll be able to live a pretty decent life here already. Of course, if you want more, you might need to spend a little bit more, but it is well worth it. Number 2, Thailand. Some digital nomads say that you can live in Thailand comfortably for around $700. Chiang Mai is known as the digital nomad capital of the world, so I guess you can easily develop a great network there. Accommodation. Studio type apartments in Chiang Mai range around $200–300, and you can expect for that money to have a basic but still nice accommodation. Food. You can have local meals for around $2 to $3. And if you are adventurous, you can have street food for around $1 per meal. Other random things to consider. One of the top things to keep in mind is your visa in Thailand. They offer 30 days of free entry to most nationalities, and you can extend this for $56 or by flying in and out. So if you're planning to stay longer in Thailand, you should allocate enough money for your visa situation. Why should you stay in Thailand? If you prefer a city vibe with a mix of beaches, Thailand can be the right fit for you. You have Bangkok, you have Chiang Mai, you also have places like Koh Phangan with beautiful beaches, sunsets, and a laid-back beach vibe. Thailand is very versatile and has a lot to offer. So let's sum up the costs. In total, you'll probably be spending around $800 per month. Although the living cost is still cheap, it's not as cheap as it used to be. And of course, if you want to travel and if you want to experience more things, you will probably need to spend a little bit more. Number 3, Medellin, Colombia. If you're not the biggest Southeast Asia fan, then this option might be the right one for you. Medellin is known as the digital nomad hotspot in South America. So you can expect an abundance of remote workers just like in Bali or Thailand. Accommodation. A 1-bedroom studio apartment in the city is about $450. And there are a lot of cheap but good quality Airbnbs available as well. Food. For meals, you can expect to pay around $3 to $4 in a kind of inexpensive restaurant. Food is definitely not the cheapest here, but still a lot more affordable than in other countries. Other random things. Uber is the most common way of transportation in Medellin, but you can also ride the metro, which is a lot cheaper. There are also a lot of co-working spaces, so you can opt to work outside of your accommodation. Why should you stay in Medellin? Probably the best thing about Medellin is the weather. It's called the city of eternal spring for a reason. You can expect warm and sunny days all year round. The city also has to offer rich culture and culinary experiences that you can explore. The great thing is also that the facilities in Medellin are very developed and comparable to the Western world. So summing it up, you will be able to live in Medellin for around $1,000. Number 4, Mexico. Mexico has a lot to offer. Beautiful beaches, nice weather, sun. There's just a lot to explore in Mexico. Accommodation. Renting a studio apartment will cost you around at least $500. But this should include utilities and internet and is probably already in a nice area. Food. There are a ton of epic food choices to make in Mexico. In restaurants, you can expect to pay at least $5 per meal, if not more. But if you opt for street food, it can be as little as $1 per meal. Other random things to consider about Mexico. You will probably spend most money just traveling around Mexico. Mexico has a lot to offer and a lot of variety. But Mexico is also known to have quite a high amount of crime. So always make sure that you feel safe and make sure that you live in a safe area as well. Why you should stay in Mexico? If you love exploring and traveling, Mexico has a lot to offer with its unique cities. One more thing is that Mexico offers a very easy, no questions asked 6-month visa. So if you're looking to stay longer, this is a great option. Let's sum it up. The total costs actually vary on which area you would choose to live, but you can expect to spend around $1,000 per month in Mexico. Number 5, Budapest. Budapest is an ex-member of the wealthy Habsburg Empire and the communist USSR. This left Budapest with a lot of luxurious buildings and exquisite architecture. Accommodation. A 1-bedroom apartment can range around $400 to $500, which does include all utilities. Food. Dining out in Budapest is more expensive compared to other low-cost countries. A meal in an average restaurant will cost about $7 to $8. The best way to save money here is to actually go grocery shopping and cook yourself. If you cook your own food and go grocery shopping, you might spend around $25 to $40 in groceries per week. Other random things to consider. A single ride ticket on the Budapest public transportation system costs only $1, and you can even save if you buy tickets in bulk. Why should you stay in Budapest? If you want to experience a high standard of living for only $1,000 a month, Budapest might be the right fit for you. They have a rich nightlife and it won't be long until you establish your social circle. Budapest is definitely a city for digital nomads who are also social butterflies. And if you just want to spend time in Europe and travel around Europe, Budapest is a great base for that. Let's sum it up. In Budapest, you can expect to pay around $1,000 and live quite a comfortable life. Now I'm curious, could you imagine to live in one of the countries that I mentioned? And if so, which one would it be? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel because it really supports me and your support means a lot. Well, if you subscribed and pressed the bell, I will see you in the next video. Bye!